Hey guys, welcome back to another week's episode in my kitchen here. This week we're doing a French recipe called Croque Monsieur or Croque Madame. It depends on what you add to it. Literally it's Croque Monsieur with an egg on top. So we're going to start off by making one of the 5 mother sauces of French cuisine, the Bechamel sauce or the white sauce. Let me get everything started here and we'll change camera angles and we'll be right back. Alright, so first off you want to start off with about 2 tablespoons of butter, melt that down. And then you'll take 2 tablespoons of flour. Go ahead and mix that in. You want a thick paste. You're best to do this on a low temperature because you don't want to burn the roe. And let this cook for about 5 minutes or so, because you want to go ahead and cook off the starchy flavor from the flour. So let me mix this up some more, let it cook for about 5 minutes or so, and we'll be right back. As you're stirring this, you want to keep adding a little bit of flour at a time until you get a nice paste. Keep cooking it for a while until, I'd say about 5 minutes or so, until all the starchiness, the flavor cooks out of this. You can use your judgment on it. I'd probably say I've got another 2 minutes of this. Just keep stirring it as it's cooking. Just fold it over on itself. It's okay if it sticks to the bottom because the cream will actually pick it up. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Okay, now that you start smelling the flour and butter mixture, the roe or the roux, it depends on where you come from. You definitely want to go ahead and start adding your milk. Add a little bit at a time, and just keep a eye on the consistency. The heavier the cream, the richer the flavor. I'm going to use half and half. You can go up to heavy whipping cream if you'd like. I apologize about that. Yeah, cheap store brand. They don't use great plastic when you're trying to open these things. I broke the ring trying to get the plug out of this and had to use a knife to get into it. So we'll start off with about a half cup. Go ahead and stir that in. And bring the temperature up since it dropped on me. Just continuously stir. Until you fully incorporated the roux into the cream. So let me work on this for a bit until I get to the right consistency, and we'll be right back. Alright, heating up and constantly stirring, it starts to thicken up a little bit. Once it starts thickening up, about a teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of pepper, and a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg. Go and give that a good stir. Make sure it's pretty well incorporated. Let the sauce come to a slight boil, then drop the temperature. Take it off the temperature after a moment so it doesn't fully thicken up, and you want to set it off to the back while you prepare the rest of the sandwiches. So once we get this ready and off to the back, we will be back in a moment. Alright, so what we're doing next, we're going to pre-toast the bread or just grill it. Take a small pat of butter, put it down in your pan. Yeah, still need to get the temperature here. Go ahead and make yourself a nice little bit of butter here. Take the bread and put it down on top of that. Fill up the pan, probably about 3 pieces of bread at a time. I'm gonna make 6 sandwiches. It looks like I can only do 2 pieces of bread. I could probably squeeze a third in there. Yep, I can get a third in there. There we go. So let me go ahead and let these grill for a bit. And you kind of want to lightly grill them on both sides. So when you're ready to flip it, throw down another pat of butter and then put them back on top of the butter. So we'll do this with all 6 pieces of bread and we'll be right back. Before I forget, you can use French loaf if you want to. You can use Italian loaf. Anything that's a large piece of bread, because you're going to want to make a pretty large sandwich. So you don't want to use regular white bread or something like that. Pumpernickel, whole wheat, rye, just a large piece of bread. You can do it thin or thick. I'm going to do it thin here. And so once I get done grilling, we'll be right back. This is kind of how you want your toast on both sides. Just slightly toasted with butter. And we're going to set that off the side. And we're going to reuse this pan to bake the, or actually broil the Croque Monsieurs in. So we'll be back in just a bit. So, as for toppings, we have deli sliced ham, a little bit thick cut, and some Gruyere cheese. I don't have a grater, so I'll just chop this up and put this on the sandwich. So let me go ahead and get that prepped, and then we'll be right back. So, to start off, we'll put down the smaller pieces of bread. You want to go ahead and put a layer of Gruyere on it. You can go modest or you can go, yeah. Sorry, my brain is not working right now. You can either put a little bit or a lot on there, but you put a first layer, which I'm going to put 4 slices on each. Alright, so we got that. Then we, you can see you get a little bit of a thick cut, deli cut there. Put 2 pieces on there, fold it over. You don't want to put much and overpower the sandwich. If I can get the ham to stay still. Alright, so there we go. Put 4 slices of Gruyere on top of that. Actually, I'm running low, so I'm going to put 3 slices. Because we still need to put some on top. Go ahead and cover those. Let me give the bechamel a good mix. I had it sitting on the back burner on warm just to keep it from thickening up. So you want to take your spoon, shovel as much as you can on your sandwiches. Let it drip over the side if you want. And I have the oven on broil right now. It's warming up and about ready. You can be messy with this if you want. There we go. You take that spoon out later. Alright, so take your remaining pieces of Gruyere and just chop them up. Like I said, you can shred your Gruyere. It'd be a lot easier. Just sprinkle some on top. And what I'm going to do is put these in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on them until they're the cheese is melted and kind of bubbling a little bit. And we'll be right back. Alright, so you kind of want to leave it slightly open so you can look in there. Make sure you keep an eye on this. You want them to just brown up and caramelize, but you don't want them to burn. So give it a few moments. So we have the croque monsieur is done. I'm frying up an egg to make it a croque madame. But literally grilled cheese with ham in it, covered with bechamel and Gruyere. I had a little bit of extra shredded Gruyere and Swiss in the fridge, so I used that to top the sandwiches here. So let me get it served up as soon as the egg is done, and we'll take pictures. So if you like what you saw, please leave a thumbs up. As always, if you try my recipes, please let me know how they turn out. And until next time, have a great week and a great weekend, and bon appetit.